Just early 80s, Superfoot, late 70s, early 80s, world karate champion. Just like literally just random. It's like nothing you really see too often. Not nothing like.
Not that everyone would think was crazy, but like.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's really not that crazy, but it's just like just a random piece.
It also is a kind of like an outlier in here because it's only on like it's like a lime green. Yeah.
It's not a color you really see too often.
Yeah.
Just sucks because I couldn't get this out. It was just folded. Had to have been folded for who knows how many years.
Yeah, there's a little bit of color. So
it's on the back too. Yeah, the color's on the back.
Yeah. From New York.
This one's a 1967 Purdue Rose Bowl shirt. I don't know, anything Indiana related I collect. So like any college whatsoever Indiana related. I don't know. I just feel like being from the hometown, I'd rather just hoard it than get rid of it.
Let it go to other like states
yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, especially with this one being like almost 60 years old. Yeah, it's like 53 years old. So I mean, it's getting there. Just still old.
Yeah. Yeah, it
just
is cool though.
Super fire piece though. The graphic on it's, in my opinion, pretty vibrant for the age.
Yeah, and the Rosewell is like so like iconic that it's kind of like a really unique piece. Because a lot of the stuff like you don't really see a lot of the bowl game stuff. You might see stuff from like colleges themselves, like old college hoodies and stuff like that. But you don't usually see a lot of bowl game stuff, especially older bowl game stuff. And it's like the reverse. That's crazy. I like this one.
And then I think most of the other ones, I think a lot of these, no, they're not actually. I was gonna say promotional tees, but I don't have the other ones. But this is just like a early 80s Bose promotional tee, but on the back it has a cool graphic.
Oh, it's like
it's on that like
sketch or something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's on like early 80s tag, but that 1987 Bose. I don't know. Just you don't really see too many promotional T-shirts of.
Yeah, it's like the schematics or something. That's pretty cool.
Just of like I don't know, what would you bass systems. You don't really see too many bass system promotional tees. I like space a lot. Like, I don't know, it fascinates me. Kind of interesting, but
space.
Yeah, this it's the Observatory T-shirt from the '80s. Just I don't know, even observatory shirts like. Who went to observatories and bought a shirt, you know?
Yeah.
It's just completely random, but that graphic on it's, I think, very, very sick.
And what observatory would have guessed that, like, making a shirt that someone bought would then end up in, like, a vintage collector's collection
that's
years,
the thing.
years and years later.
Even T-shirts nowadays, bro, like 2000s T-shirts weren't anything, and then all of a sudden, look at them now. It's just like that would have been. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't want that shirt.
That's my biggest fear about stuff that's being made now, though, is because it's so cheaply made. Like, if it's not something that's made quality,
fast fashion.
Will it last? Exactly. And then are we gonna have anything from our teens and stuff like that we can look back and be like, I wore that, and I'm not really sure that we will.
No, that's the thing. A lot of the people, like our age or like even like teens, they're like starting to get into vintage. What are they gonna say? Like all of it, everything we're getting into is just like. Most of us aren't wearing anything from today. Yeah. We're just wearing everything that's old. So.
And we also live in like a different era of like music and like celebrities and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm sure that we'll have like people that last long like that. I think it'll probably be a lot more rappers and stuff like that than it will necessarily be like rock stars and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure.
We'll still have some celebrities that are like.
See a lot of rock stars wearing like OG shirts on when they're performing.
Yeah.
Not often, but you know, this is a 60s. It was actually given out to the basketball league, but it's just a Brookhaven National Laboratory. Like, it's just a basketball team from a lab.
They like a league where they played. That's crazy.
But has that Russell Southern tag from the '60s.
Very obscure here.
Yeah, just really random.
I like the design though. Simple. Number 11.
Just a 70s Hoosier boy state. I don't know. That one honestly really shouldn't be in here.
But it's an Indiana.
Yeah, it's an Indiana thing, you know? Anything, like I said, Indiana related is anything at all. I just collect. I'd rather have it than let it go.
And that's a lot of that's like a thing that a lot of like guys from like Indiana end up doing for like through school and stuff like that. So it's like something that like speaks a lot of that.
I think this one's very crazy just because of the fact that it's like that 70s Fruit of the Loom, like the mid to late 70s Fruit of the Loom.
So small.
And but the fact that they had a T-shirt back then that had this message on it, you know, it was very just. When will you ever see another one?
Right.
But the fact that it does have that and says that, I don't know, it's almost like 45 years old, probably.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
70s Nichola Tesla tee. I don't know, you just don't ever see anything Nichola Tesla related at all. So anything Tesla or like, I don't know, science stuff.
Yeah.
I would say I like collecting science stuff. There's another science T-shirt in here, but
I used to like really heavily collect like Einstein and stuff like that.
I know, and that's the thing. Like, I wish, and now I will say I didn't start collecting a lot of these until like the last like 8 months maybe. Like, and the reason, not even the last 8 months, probably like really heavily the last 2 or 3 months. I've been like, all right. There, all this stuff that we've been getting the last 4 or 5 years, and I've been selling it. I'm like, why would I sell it for the money when I could just keep it and rather just hoard it back, literally, and possibly never see it again? So, I mean, that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty beat up, honestly, but just 1982 World's Fair. My friend has the 1965 World's Fair graphic tee. Has like the graphic from the welcoming area, and I don't know. I haven't seen any other World Fair tees, but not many. But the fact that he has a 65 one, that's one I'd like to add to the collection.
Yeah, I know that back. It's fading, but that's.
Look, it's like it's marker though. It's not somebody just wrote that on rather than screen print.
Yeah.
I took that other one out. Yours. This is like, I don't know, just 1987 Van Gogh, but that kills me right there. So this one I will say, I found this one like 3 years ago, before like any of the hype was on. I was like, well, I'm just gonna buy it, but it has a rip in it. It's not worth anything.
Into it, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, if it has a rip in it, it's not really worth too much. And then like, here we are 3 years later, and art tees in the last year have gone up like crazy. And that's the one thing with art tees is probably like a year and a half ago, before they like blew up heavy, I had like 40 or 50 art tees, all from the late 80s and early 90s, and I sold all of them. And I will say I sold them for like $25 a piece. And I sold them to Japanese, and so they went all across seas, bro.
They're gone, yeah.
Yeah, they're gone. They're never gonna be back over here in the U.S.
Yeah, because sometimes if you sell to a buddy, you're like, oh, let me get that back, or like.
Oh, all the time, bro.
But yeah, and the crazy thing is like, yeah, it's.
I mean, this, in my opinion, is a crazy shirt. I'm not trying to cut you off,
no,
but I think, I don't know, it's just a super, super crazy one for being Van Gogh in 1987 on the Stedman.
It's a good thing you didn't let it go.
Yeah, no, it's literally one of the only ones of the art shirts I have didn't let go. I have like maybe like 4 other art T-shirts. I couldn't find them. I think this was a funny one, but at the same time a cool one. I don't know. Chuck E. Cheese is slowly fading out, I feel like.
Yeah, they went bankrupt, I think.
Oh, did they already?
I think
yeah. So. I mean, they probably did fade out with Corona and everything going on, but it's a 70 Screen Stars tag. But just the fact that I think it's an early 80s print, but the fact that it's a early print from Chuck E. Cheese.
Pizza time.
Like, that's one of those T-shirts that's not worth much, bro. But it's just a cool ass shirt.
Right, yeah, exactly. And it's like one of those things that if you're getting it for whatever you get it for, might as well keep it.
Yeah,
like getting
exactly.
For whatever else you
Do you know the backstory on like the Moscow Olympic Games? They got boycotted.
Okay.
They were supposed to be held in Moscow, but it got boycotted in like the U.S. and like a bunch of other countries didn't end up going. And so this is just a T-shirt from. I don't know if it's from there, but just the fact that it's
someone
dead stock.
made it.
Yeah, literally dead stock, in the condition. I mean, I would expect it to be from there, or somebody had gone there and then just had the shirt made. They just made shirts here in the U.S. of it. But the fact that, so the backstory on this, the biggest reason I have a connection with this is my teacher in high school. He was a weightlifting teacher. He was on the U.S. rowing team, and he trained for like 3.5 years to be on the U.S. rowing team, and he made the team. Just so happened that the year that he was going to perform in the Olympics, he got boycotted and he wasn't able to go.
Dang.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just something like the fact that I had a connection.
A small
connection. It's not even not a connection at all. But
when you see this, then it reminds you.
Reminds me of that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool that how like shirts and clothes can like tell a story or like remind you of a story that you've heard or something like that.
Then, I don't know, it's kind of wrinkled up. Just 1984 Cubs.
That one's crazy.
It's just, you don't really see too many, I feel like you don't really see too many sports shirts from the early 80s ever. So, I just feel like that was one that stood out. And I almost sold this one, but I was like, nah, I can't.
Well,
and I wasn't even going to sell it for much at the time. And now it's just like, no.
And with like such a loyal fan base, it's kind of like hard that you like. There might be shirts like this around, but like people hold on to them or pass them down to their next like.
Oh, for
like
sure.
Like the next kid in their family that is like, oh, this will fit me. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's sometimes hard to see these things spill out. And, like,
a lot of people from Indy are fans of the Cubs too, just because it's so close to us. Or even people from Chicago come all the time. So I mean, they get a kick out of it. Just I don't know if I'd ever show it.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, this one's so wrinkled up. I wish I'd gotten it fixed for this video, but it's the 70s Levi shirt. It's a size XL, tagged XL, but it fits like a large. I wish I could fit it, but it fits me, you know. I don't know if I'd ever wear it though.
Yeah.
I need to get it framed, really, but this is just the fact that you don't ever see the 70s Levi's ever, let alone for like, I don't know. Usually you find them for going like a crazy amount of money, so most people wouldn't want
it. It's in good condition.
Yeah, good condition. There's only like, for some like a little purple bit of stains, like color bleeding, but it's not really much at all.
Yeah, it's not too.
Has that back Levi's tab?
I haven't seen that on there.
Yeah.
That's really cool. No, I hadn't seen that there.
But most of the times, a lot of times you'll find them ripped off.
Okay, yeah, because I've seen the shirt like plenty of times. I guess I just never look at the back. That's awesome. There's that little.
Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. That's awesome. Very small details like that just make something a little bit cooler.
I will say, I feel like it almost fits like an XL, but like I said about that other 70s shirt, it like wants to suction on to you more
it's
so
just a
than
different
like,
fit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one's cool. Where'd it go?
I probably would never. I don't know if I'd frame it, but still a cool piece to just have.
Yeah, this is a really cool one.
If you ever have any 70s of those, if you ever find any of those at the rack, let me know, Daniel.
I got you next time I do.
And I think these are like, yep, the rest of these are mostly band related.
Oh yeah.
Not all of them.
Good mixture.
But this is another promotional tee, but the fact that it's Jantzen was like, I feel like that's a pretty cool graphic.
It's very abstract.
Very, very abstract. I don't know. Just that I wear this one a lot actually. I wear this one probably.
It's a good summer tee.
At least once a week, if not 2 times a week. Yeah, it's a really good summer tee. And most of the t-shirts I wear are white. I don't know. Did I say that already?
Yeah, you didn't mention that you don't really wear a lot of black shirts. I think the other shirt was the Earth shirt that you wore. That you were talking about.
Yeah.
Black. Yeah. That's curious. Those are the only 2 ones that you said you wear a lot.
Mostly, yeah. I wear those a lot, but I have other white t-shirts that I wear all the time, and that's just nice to get a dip change.
Yeah.
I don't know, just Beavis and Butthead. Like, bluegrass tees with the back hitter on the back. Back hitter on the back. You guys know what I mean.
It kind of looks like
like
a Ringmaster one. Like a Metallica one.
Oh, you think so?
To me,
it
kind of reminds me
I can
of
see
like the
it.
4 different squares that they have.
I can see that.
And then one of them they have like the smash to the head. Like I don't think it is like even referencing that, but to me that's what came to mind was that the Ringmaster of the Metallica one.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
With the damage.
No, I don't have it anymore. I had it in here at once, but.
Did you really?
I'm pretty sure I did.
I used to have one too.
The just the fact that no, you're good. Just the fact that that's like, and I don't necessarily collect like the Beavis and Buttheads and these kind of tees, but with it being so vibrant, and plus you just don't ever see this one.
They're usually on white shirts, not
Yeah.
necessarily like this, like kind of like heathery, like
Gray
shirt. Yeah. It's interesting.
I don't know. Oh no, do you know who that is?
Let me see.
Sorry. Universe in Your Hands, Early Tools of Anatomy.
No, who is
It's, and then the bottom line says
Yeah,
Astronomy Museum of Chicago. Galileo.
Ah, okay.
See, like a lot of people would not even like. I'd wear this and nobody would even know.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't. It's a cool tee. It's just the color, you know. It's not really the color you see of a vintage tee often either.
And the like the color stain on the tag.
It was just the way. Pretty sure the way it was dyed.
Yeah, or the way that it ended up washing later on. Yeah, it's a cool one. I should have known who that one was.
And then this one I haven't oxy cleaned yet, but it's pretty bad, honestly. I need to get an oxy. I haven't worn it yet, obviously, but the early 90s cross colors joint. I feel like this one's a def. I feel like I need to get this one washed.
Just very relevant right now.
Very, very relevant right now, but I feel like it'll always be relevant. But
yeah.
Just the fact that they had this message in the early 90s and it's still around today,
yeah.
You know. But Bad Religion long sleeve. You don't really see the long sleeves too often, but it's like I don't think it's ever been washed.
The flames. It looks really crispy.
It's I mean it would have to have been washed. I feel like it might not have, obviously, but if it wasn't washed, it could have been dry rot. So I mean, but it's in. I'm pretty sure it's dead stock condition, like without a doubt.
Yeah, like look how tight this wrist is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big large too, but it has that backend on the back. The New America. Size large.
Very vibrant colors, yeah.
No cracking. I don't know, this is a soul coffin. I will say I don't know too much about this one. I can't lie about that. But this has a cool front graphic with the band.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually it's under license to Nice Man, which is not on a Nice Man, but it's dated 96.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there are like a lot of like people that are into vintage and like can collect these band tees and like have appreciation for the graphics and not necessarily listen to the music though?
100%. I mean, I've never worn this shirt though. Never worn it. I was just like, you know, it's just a hoard.
But you appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Really cool.
Appreciate it. I don't know. You look the stuff up and you're like, wow, okay, that's what it is. You know, I feel like that's what makes it
and you can
what
learn
it
a
is.
little bit about it.
Yeah. But still, you know, it's like for me, I don't know if I'd still wear it. You know, even looking it up, it's just like kind of like poserish. But I will say, in the end of the day, you do not have to know the band or whatever just because. I don't know. It's like at the end of the day, it's all art.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It is. It really is.
It's an expression of.
Yeah, literally. So no, I don't really think it's that bad, honestly. I don't know. This one, I've oxyed this one a lot, but it has like all these stains on it still. So I'm just gonna get it out.
Massive.
Bro, it's huge.
It's huge.
Like
it's Mosquitohead, right?
Yeah, which is the surprising part because I had bought it and from one of my friends. All right, and he didn't realize it was Mosquitohead. It's like one of my best friends, so I was like,
because it's not the typical mosquito.
Yeah, not at all. It's not even on that right tag either. But he's like one of my best friends. He does it full time, and I bought it off him for $15 at the time, and I told 2 or 3 people who were also really good friends, like best friends with him, and they're like, don't tell him until he finds out, because he'll find out at one point. And I was like, yeah. So 1 month later, it got brought up, and he was like, are you serious? So I ended up throwing him more money, but the fact that it's a Mosquitohead, you know.
Because it's like an obscure one.
Very obscure one.
It's a very interesting one.
It's like a sleep shirt almost, you know.
It's huge.
This was I feel like a lot of people wouldn't realize that this is a band tee.
It's a cool color.
Yeah, very cool. It's on that Fruit of the Loom. It's in like dead stock condition, but it has that back hitter on it, helmet.
Yeah, I like that graphic.
I feel like the graphic was like...
It's 2021 right here.
Definitely. Well, that's what I literally like straight up, I was like, man, I feel like this graphic looks like, to most people, or a lot of people that aren't into clothes, like this is just a newer t-shirt that just came out last week, you know?
That is really cool, like how a lot of this stuff, like throughout all this, is not necessarily like dated just because it was made then. Like some of the stuff still applies now.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I ended up getting this one at the thrift, actually, which the front isn't really crazy, but like, whoever added the back, they put time into it. I don't know. Yeah. It's just, I'm pretty sure it's a tapestry, but I don't know, it's just a really fire back on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really cool. Like just like simple on the front, and then that
very, very small size.
And that big switch.
It's like a size small, but.
And you can see like the detail on it. Yeah, they did a good job with the stitching.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a tapestry,
like a canvas, bro. Yeah, that's cool.
At first, I thought it was a T-shirt when I looked at it, like cut up T-shirt from like the '80s.
Yeah.
I don't know, this one's really faded. This one isn't vibrant whatsoever, but.
Did you used to have another one that wasn't as faded?
Never.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so.
For some reason, I thought
somebody else did in Indy.
Okay.
But you, unless you listen to them, you wouldn't know. It's a band shirt. It's a Billy Joel. So I'm sorry, Billy Joel. I like to say his name sometimes Billy Joel, so I can always get it mixed up, bro. But yeah, there's that one.
Awesome. This one's sick. The all over print.
See, like, I will say, I mean, I can't lie. Like, this is, like, something that, like, me, personally, I wouldn't wear, or, like, I never really got into Billy Joel, but, like, just appreciating it, you know?
Yeah.
Just being able to appreciate the piece. Like, I don't have any connection with that. It's just, like, you know, what it is itself.
Something you can still appreciate.
Yeah. This one, man, it fits like a small. It's tagged a large, but 1986.
This one was sitting in your shop for a little bit.
It was. It was sitting on that wall over there.
I remember, and I was like, that one's crazy.
I was like,
if it like was a little bit bigger, I'm sure it would have gone so quickly.
I was like, you know what? If it's been sitting in here for over like a month, I was like, or it might have been like 2 months. And I was like, I'm not. What's the point?
Straight to the collection.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna. Nobody's like really looking at it too much, so I was like, I'll just keep it.
Yeah, this one's insane.
And like at one point, I was like putting some stuff in the shop that was out of this, but then it's like, it's hard to at this point, especially with how hard it is, or with how hard it is getting, how big it's getting too. It's just getting harder and harder. I got this one in Louisville, actually, from one of the stores out there. I thought they gave out a pretty good deal on it, honestly, so I was like, I couldn't turn it down. I actually sold this one, and then about a year later, I got it back, so I was pretty happy to get it back.
It's another one that was like a circle.
Yeah, literally.
It is really cool to see how like vintage can be like a cycle of like buying, and then you're like, gotta get rid of some stuff, and then you might want to buy something back again, and
I feel like I've definitely, basically, I sold a t-shirt to one person, and it went to like 4 different people. It went all the way down to Louisville, and then ended up back in my hands again.
Yeah,
so that's how it goes, bro.
It's gotta be the nice part about like people coming and selling to you too, is that like you can just be here selling clothes, and then someone might be like, hey, I want to sell this to you, and you're like, I want the shirt, and then
Best part about that is like getting to pick and choose what you want to keep. I mean, it looks like I keep a lot, honestly, but I really don't keep that much. Too many left. I don't know. I feel like a lot of fans would know the lyrics right off the top, but it's on that Russell tag, and then it has a Soundgarden on the back, just reversed, literally.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't even notice that. That one's sick.
Yeah, my bad. That was from PA, and the girl who had that was a DJ in the '90s, who actually met and interviewed Soundgarden, is what she said, and she ended up getting that shirt from him. And my friend out in PA who got it from her brought it back to Indy, and now it's here.
Yeah, it's crazy how things like
all over the place.
That, yeah.
Just like Defiance Void.
This one's got some good wear on it, on the neck. Those are sick colors. It's got some good hold and wear on it.
Rolling Stones. Nothing on the back though, but still a sick front. And like I feel like these are more common, really, honestly. But no, I would just rather cool graphic, rather keep it.
Right.
I didn't realize I had them next to each other. The Solar Rolling Stones, but it says I heard she's the boss. Now, nothing else on it at all. Still just that little hitter. I feel like makes it stand out. Just because I feel like most Rolling Stone shirts you see.
It's so small of a thing, but yeah, that makes it.
Most Rolling Stone shirts you see are big graphics or like vibrant graphics.
Or you see like multiples of the tongue all over the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever it is.
This one really wasn't supposed to be right here, but here it is. It's a 80s promotional T-shirt of Taco Bell.
For the completely
random.
And it's relevant again because they're doing
yeah.
breakfast like in the last like 2 years they started doing it again. So
it's like that. Yeah, but
so weird.
Nobody ever knew that they did breakfast back then. So they only had it. They barely even had it for that long, and didn't work out. But
and
here we are now. Yeah,
because they do a lot of vegetarian options.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, forgot to show you guys. This one's cool. I like the colors on this. It reminds me of like the setups they used to have like in their stores. Like they used to be more vibrant colors.
Oh well, yeah, 100%.
That one's cool. That is pretty good. And the last one.
This one definitely really shouldn't have. This is kind of like definitely like a random piece to have in out of all of this. It's a 1940s Indiana University jacket. It's like
40s, that's so crazy.
I ended up getting this at a flea market. About an hour from Indy.
Okay.
So, lady told me that it was her husband's from the 40s. I mean, it looks 40s.
For everyone that wants vintage goods, come and hit them up. Vintage Kulture on Instagram.
3726 East Raymond Street.